everybody. Happy Watcha Cookin Wednesday. Today we're making a little salad. So we have a track meet tonight. We will be gone all evening. If you've ever been to a track meet, my goodness, they are long. But anyways, so we have to take our dinner with us. And so I'm mostly just packing for me and Griffin because Andrew has decided he is only eating one meal a day right now. And that is not dinner. So I'm packing for me and Griffin. And so I thought I would make myself a salad to take. Now, I'm not one for traditional salads all that much. I mean, it's not that I don't like them, but I prefer a salad like this much more than just a traditional like lettuce salad. And so this one here is going to have a lot more protein in it. And I don't know, it's going to be good. It's going to be something a little bit different, but it's also something that I make a lot in a way, or a version of this in some way or another often, because I love this combination together. But I'm doing something interesting with cottage cheese for this recipe. Typically a cheese like feta cheese would be really great in this recipe, but I don't have any feta cheese. Also, feta is a lot higher in calories than cottage cheese. So we're going to do something interesting with cottage cheese. It's not going to be like feta necessarily, but I don't know. Anyways, so when you hop on, say hello, let me know you're watching. Hope you're having a really great day. It's a beautiful day here in Kentucky, 79 degrees and sunny, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So happy Wednesday, y'all. Hello, Jesselyn. Hi, Danae. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Lori. Good to see y'all. By the way, I'm in my kitchen, and typically I'm downstairs, so they have been replacing all the gas lines in our neighborhood for a couple of months now, and they are working on my street right now. So I think they're on a break right now, so hopefully there won't be too much noise, but if they get going again, it could get a little noisy. Hi, Nancy. Y'all, thanks for joining. When you hop in, say hey, let me know you're watching. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you this afternoon. Hello, Barbara. Good morning. Or afternoon here. Hey, Dale. Good to see you too. I'm so glad y'all are all here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Okay, so here's what we have. All right, I have chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I just buy the canned ones like this. If you've never had these, they're delicious. A really great also way to use these is roast them in the oven. Put a little olive oil and lots of seasoning and roast them in the oven on a fairly high temperature. They're delicious. They do have carbs, so they're not necessarily a low carb item, but they have 7 grams of protein for a half a cup. So they are a protein option. And I mean, they're 120 calories for half a cup. It's not terrible. We've got some cucumbers. I have a lemon. I have a shallot, some tomatoes, which one is getting ready to roll off. I have some Kalamata olives, which of course you could omit this if you wanted to, or swap for a different type of olive. And then I have some cottage cheese. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. And some avocado oil. Typically, I'd use olive oil, but apparently my husband used all the olive oil. And I've never used avocado oil for a recipe like this. I usually just use it for like the high smoke because it has a high smoke point. So like if I have to cook something that's fairly hot on the skillet, then I'll use this. But I was looking at it and it says that it has a mild butter flavor with a hint of nuttiness. And I thought, okay, sold. That should be fine for something like this. So has anyone ever used avocado oil in a vinaigrette? I don't know. Like I never have. Okay, but let me tell you what I have going on. Okay. Chris says she used it in everything. Okay. So here's what I did. I buy the Kroger brand cottage cheese. Let me show you the kind that I buy. This is the kind that I buy right here. Okay, the cottage cheese. It's a small curd, whole milk cottage cheese. This is the kind that I buy. It is fairly, you know, liquidy-ish. You know what I mean? And what I wanted is I didn't want it to get super watery, this salad. So here's what I did. I tried this, and I don't know. It's just, you know, maybe if you went with good culture, you wouldn't have to do this. But I put it in a fine mesh strainer this morning. Just, you know, I don't know, like about a serving, whatever that is for you. And put it over a bowl, and I stuck it, I also salted it and put it in a bowl, stuck it in the fridge for several hours. So I put it in there this morning around 9 o'clock. It's been draining for about 6 hours, 5-6 hours, something like that. Okay, so you can see all that cream at the bottom that has come out of this cottage cheese, making it much thicker now. So it's a lot less watery, okay? And that's what I wanted. I feel like I could even let this go even longer if I had time, which I don't have time. And maybe we could get more like a feta consistency if you let it drain even longer. I don't know. What do y'all think? But anyways, so now I've got this like thicker cottage cheese that we can use for this recipe. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not actually going to be mixing this in. I'm going to actually put this on the bottom of the, underneath the salad. I'm going to put the salad over top of this, okay? And now I've got like this cream that we can use for something. I'm going to save that. I'm not going to. Yeah, I thought about a cheesecloth. I don't have a cheesecloth, so I just went with what I had, which was this fine mesh strainer. That's all I had. But I thought about a cheesecloth. I thought if you had a cheesecloth, you could possibly even like wring it out. Yes. Yes, Chris. But it definitely got a lot thicker. So that is the base. And again, I already salted this. So that's all it is. Just the cottage cheese and salt. And then we just sort of let that get thicker. That way this salad isn't like super watery, because the salad itself is already going to be a little wet. So we don't want it to be real super watery. Okay. All right. So garbanzo beans into the bowl. Then we're going to chop up. I've got 2 cucumbers here. This will be probably like 2 servings if I had to guess. I don't know. I guess it depends on how hungry you are. I'm going to cut this into bite-sized pieces. And these are just those small little cucumbers, so I'm using 2 of these. And if you wanted to make enough of this to serve like, you know, 4 or 6 people, then I would just do more cucumbers. Like I said, I think this is going to be more than 1 serving for sure. Probably not of the cottage cheese. I would say I won't use all of this salad on top of the cottage cheese. And then I've got tomatoes here with chives. Ooh, that sounds good. I don't believe I have ever had cottage cheese with chives. I'm going to have to try that. I'm glad to hear you say you love it though, because I use it on here all the time. You'll know, because it's one of my favorite ingredients right now. And a lot of people say they don't like it. And I get that. I really do. I really do. I was not crazy about it when I first started using it. But when I started trying it with everything bagel seasoning, then I was like hooked. Now I don't really care. I can eat it just plain and I like it. So it's grown on me very much, but also I like to blend it and use it for different things as well. That sounds really good, Dana. I haven't ever tried that. So I'm just cutting my tomatoes into bite-sized pieces. Again, the tomatoes are going to make it kind of watery, you know, anyways. So that's part of also why I did that with the cottage cheese. But you could definitely use feta cheese. Would be delicious in this as well. Okay. So I got my tomatoes, I got my cucumbers. I'm gonna do a shallot. If you have purple onion, you could do purple onion. I didn't have any purple onion. All I had was the shallot. So that's what I'm gonna use. Yes, I do, Dana. So I'm gonna just cut this up fairly small. Let's see, we recently did on one of these Watcha Cookin Wednesdays, I think, we did a chia seed jam and it was delicious. I really enjoyed it. I actually ended up finding some keto bagels, some low carb bagels, and I did a little bit of cream cheese on the bagel and then used the chia seed jam that I made. It was delicious. Larissa says she always feels fancy when she uses shallots. I buy shallots all the time, actually, because I'm not much for a raw onion. I'm not much into raw onions, but I love them in something like this. And so, but I like the shallot better than a purple onion. So I just buy shallots. So I've got some lemon juice here. This is half of the lemon. I don't know if I'm going to use the other half or not. We'll see. Do you love lemons? Oh my gosh. I just love. It's so fresh and summery and bright and delicious and yummy. Okay. So, nope. Can't use these. What's the date on these? Y'all know what the date is on this? January of 2028. Guess what's in them? 2028, y'all. Let me see if I have any more. I really wanted olives in this. Well, darn. Let me make sure I don't have any in my pantry. I don't think I do. Well, I've got some green olives. Okay, we'll do green olives. Doesn't that make you mad? That's 2 years from now. Okay, and they're olives. Okay, anyways, I'll just use manzanilla. We'll use green olives. Let me get a fork. Y'all like olives? I didn't used to like olives. I always use calamatas in something like this. But, I mean, it's very similar. These are very, very similar. Oh, really, Lynn? Well, that's what happened. They didn't last, that's for sure. I'm gonna cut these in half. The calamatas would definitely be prettier in here than these green olives. I think that's another reason why I like using them. They're prettier. The green looks a little odd with the green cucumbers. Y'all don't like olives. Several of y'all are saying you do. I think olives is one of those things, you either love them or you don't. And I tell you, I just started trying them every time they were around, and now I love them. So, you know, I always encourage people, just keep trying stuff, and eventually you're going to start liking it. I should probably do that with lima beans, but I just can't. I just can't try them because bleh, gross. Okay, so I got cucumbers, tomatoes, purple or shallots, olives, the juice of a lemon. I'm going to do a little bit of avocado oil, just a drizzle. I might end up adding more. Who knows? I'm going to season it. I'm going to do some crushed red pepper. You can, of course, omit this, but I like things spicy, so I like using that. I'm going to do onion powder in here. Just a sprinkle. I pretty much always use onion powder and garlic powder in everything. Love lima beans, hate English peas. I don't like peas either. Yeah, no, I don't like peas. I'm the same. Not a fan of peas, not a fan of lima beans. Any other bean, I'm down for. I like all the other beans. I'm gonna add parsley in here. Dried parsley. I will say, I think because I'm a newbie to eating olives, I don't like all olives. There are some that I don't like. I pretty much am a green olives or Kalamata olives. I'm not, like, my husband likes to go to the olive bars and, you know, look at all the different olives and buy different ones. I don't really love that. I'd just rather eat the Kalamatas or the green ones. All right, I'm going to add some salt. Hey, Stacy, we are making a salad that I can take with me tonight to the track meet. So we have the chickpeas, a whole can of chickpeas, 2 of the small cucumbers, a handful of cherry tomatoes. We've also got some shallot in here, some lemon juice, some oil, and lots of different seasoning. So we need to taste this, see if it's any good. And then I'm going to serve this over top of my cottage cheese that we strained for several hours so that it got thicker. What is that, Cynthia? Petite, I don't know. What is that? Teresa, it is 79 here today. It's good. What does it need? It needs some more salt. And I think I want some more crushed red pepper. And maybe a little bit more regular pepper. But of course, you season how you want to. So I'm going to do some more crushed red. And some regular pepper. Butter beans. Have I ever, are those the really big ones? I don't know if I've ever had those, honestly. Or are they like lima beans? I don't know, but I don't like lima beans. I know that. And I don't like peas. I still have a nightmare from when I was a kid and I was in at a babysitter's and she made me eat peas. I can still taste them to this day. I can still remember that taste, and it makes me want to vomit just thinking about it. Ugh. Okay. Y'all, this is just my salad, so I can use the same fork. That's good. That's good. Do I want more lemon juice? I think I want more lemon juice. All right, so we're going to go on and add the rest of this lemon. It's a juicy lemon. All right, and I'm gonna add a little bit more. I won't do that, Larissa. I will say, if it's in fried rice, I'll eat them. If it's in a pot pie, I'll eat them unless, y'all, I got a cut on my finger, unless it is like just swimming with peas, then I'm going to take those peas out. I'm not going to eat that many peas. If it's just like one pea, I can handle it, but otherwise, no. Now you can also put avocados in this. That's really good as well. So this is all there is to it, y'all. We're just going to, y'all, that lemon, that is hurting my cut. It's burning. How much prettier would this be though if I had those calamatas? You could absolutely use fresh herbs, Dana. I don't ever have any fresh herbs because they're expensive and I don't have a green thumb. So I never really have fresh herbs unless I buy, I'll buy parsley on the occasion and I'll buy cilantro often. Other than that, except for like when I'm making a turkey, I don't really buy fresh herbs. But you could definitely put fresh parsley in here, something like that. Look at how yummy that is. That's going to be. So, over top of the cottage cheese, let me get a spoon so I can try it with the cottage cheese. And then I've got some here that I can save, and I'll have at least another, like this is a lot. So, I'm going to go on and dig in here and try this with the cottage cheese. That is good. That is good. I'm going to put a little bit of salt just over the top. And y'all know I like things spicy. I can't help it. I'm going to do a little more crushed red on top. All right, and I don't know if this will be just my only thing that I'll have for dinner tonight, but I'm just going to take this in the cooler so I can just sit and eat this at the track meet. I may, I don't know, I might fix myself a wrap or something. I'm not sure. This might be plenty. It probably will be. Probably will be plenty. So anyways, I've got protein from my cottage cheese and I have protein from my chickpeas. So there is protein in here in multiple places. And let's see, we have at least 13 plus 7, at least 21 grams, no, at least 20 grams of protein in this bowl right here, at least. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, y'all, so there you have it. Really easy to put together. Stacy, you don't like cucumbers. Oh my goodness. You could definitely leave the cucumbers out. Do more tomatoes, you know, and olives and just leave the cucumbers. Leave the cucumbers out. My dad doesn't eat cucumbers. He likes cucumbers, but he doesn't eat them because they give him indigestion really bad. So, you know, you're not the only one. But anyways, I love them. Teresa, he will not eat this. No, I'm going to fix him a sandwich and take him a bag of chips and some carrots, and that will be his dinner. Possibly. I don't know. I might make him some tuna. You know what this kid likes with his tuna? Okay, I buy the Chunk Light tuna in water. This is the only thing I put in it. Mayonnaise and hot sauce. That's how he likes his tuna. Mayonnaise and hot sauce. That's it. That's what I put in it. Although I don't have any more Franks. so probably won't do that. I'll probably just fix him a sandwich. And Andrew says he's not going to eat, so that's it. I do too, Rosemary. Chickpeas are so yummy. So if you've never tried chickpeas, you got to try them, and also try roasting them. We will do some kind of seasoning blend. Cajun seasoning is delicious on your chickpeas. Just drain them and kind of dry them a little bit with a paper towel. Put them on a sheet tray with some olive oil and lots of seasoning, and put them in the oven. Yeah, Dana's like right there with me. Put them in the oven on like 425 and cook them until they get crispy. And they are delicious. And that is really yummy also to put on salads as well. Burpless cucumbers. I don't know if he's ever tried those, Bridget. I like tuna with mayo, black pepper, and jalapeno. Ooh, sound good. I like that idea. I love tuna too. All right, y'all. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope y'all have a fabulous day. I will see you all tomorrow for our DIY decor box reveal. I'm not forgetting this time. The DIY decor box reveals tomorrow. We are giving away 6 of the Cozy Kitchen bundles, which is the little ladder that goes on your counter that you put a dish towel on, and the soap dispenser. It comes with all 3 of those items. So you will get 6 people will be winning those tomorrow during the reveal. So make sure that you join us during that reveal. You have to be watching live in order to win. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Have a